All right. This is for Jenny Lehmann. Basically, she wants to get some information before she starts talking or starts working with the details. Um, what I would say right off the bat is, um, like, and this is just me. Like, if you're going for that egg concept, I would actually narrow the top and widen the foreground or the base a little bit more, and I think that would kind of indent into the character a little bit more. And you could even, scale this a little bit larger, but you want that point to really sell the egg feature. Um, right now, it kind of looks like the dinosaur eggs from Jurassic Park, very, very capsule-like, and so that's something that I would tell you to work with. The other thing is you want to get um, a little bit more of the shells in there. And what I mean by that is I would put in some of the broken shell pieces because right now they're reading as shell pieces, but they're not reading well. And so I think, putting in like the half pieces, things like that, a little bit more curvature, a little bit more dimension on it, and then add a little bit more thickness in it. Especially, here adding that little bit of thickness is going to really sell that image. The anatomy on the character looks okay. Would probably watch this leg here. Um, I think maybe putting this leg over a little bit more is going to give that character a little bit more balance and stability. And even if you put the calf coming over here like this, um, it's going to kind of sell that feature as well. Um, or even if you put the calf over here like this, um, I think moving this leg over is going to help a little bit. Uh, the background, I would probably push a little bit more. This is a big nest, so its scale is proportionate. And what I mean by that is the small birds use small twigs to build their nest. Large birds use branches. So, put much more like depth in the back here, and I think that's going to help you out as well. And don't flatten it out because right now it goes straight across. Instead, curve it around, and that's going to help you with that aspect as well. Um, and I would probably push a little bit more highlights on the eggs. Um, right now, I'm looking at kind of this aspect, and I would almost curve her spine a little bit over. Just make it a little bit more like it's leaning towards hugging it, and then it gives this a little bit more weight. Gives the egg, it's a heavy egg, so I would probably work on that a little bit more. Um, and then maybe I don't know, like I see the shell here, which is good, but maybe you want to bring up parts of the shell. The square composition is like it's an awkward composition, and if you're doing it for a calendar, it works. But what you might want to do is you might want to bring up a little bit more of your pieces here, like so, and then by darkening that, that kind of gives you a more narrow band of the composition here. And I think that's, I don't know, you could probably even bring her down a little bit and clip some off the top. But like I said, the square composition feels kind of awkward. Um, and then you might also want to, or you might also want to trim it this way, um, so that like the little guy inside the eggshell is only seeing a part of her, and that might be something you want to look at too. Maybe even overlapping another shell on top of it, and those are things that I would say right off the bat. The face is okay. It's kind of starting to feel flat. I would push this eye in a little bit more, and then round out that. But you might also want to get some reference of somebody pressing their cheek against something hard, to distort the face a little bit. And then right now you've got the egg behind, or the face behind the egg. Maybe twist the head a little bit more and put the face on the egg. That'll give it a little bit more overlapping, um, of that character. And then if you're trying to go straight up and down with this here, I think it would go back a little bit more. If you're trying to do like that T band there, put that a little bit back a little bit more because it's leaning right now. Otherwise, I think it's a decent start. I would, like I said, I would change, make a couple of those changes, get the eggs a little bit more 3D, um, and trim the composition just a little bit to give it more of a rectangular feel. But otherwise, I think it's a solid start. All right.